everybody. Hey, come to you today. I'm actually doing some traveling, so the video might be a little shaky, and I apologize for it. I might redo it, but right now I'm gonna talk while I'm driving, and I don't feel like that's unsafe, so I don't need comments or anything like that. I'm not focusing on the video. I'm just talking. But it's been on my heart to talk about this, and I've kind of addressed this before and everything, but I've really experienced it the last couple of days. I've had some issues going on and everything, and so it's been on my mind to talk about it and everything. So we're gonna make this little video, but positivity and negativity, what you choose to have in your life and how it affects your life. So far in my Bible study and everything, and in the past knowledge that I have of the Bible and everything, and the people in the Bible, the thing about everybody that's in the Bible is they all went through trials in their life. There's no one in the Bible that I know of that just had an uneventful life, that didn't have things going on in their life that were negative. That there were negative things going on in their life. People, after them to kill them, and like David. Just everybody experienced trials and defeats in their life and everything, and then God blessed them, and and they had they served their purpose for God and everything. So I've kept that in my mind and everything. But the reason why that they were still able to be used by God is because they didn't give up on God. Whatever that they were going through in their life that was negative and everything, they still trusted in God, and they believed that through Jesus that they were going to be able to accomplish, what their purpose was. They were going to be able to serve God in the manner to glorify Him, and so I take that in today's world. We get caught up with things, and we lose focus, I think, sometimes. And I know the last couple of days I've had events, in my days where, I've had two different occasions. One going to a pickup, and then one going to a delivery, and then turn around last night going to a pickup. And anyway, I've got a truck GPS, and I've got Google, and I could not find these locations. And last night I'd be going, and I'd hit a road, and it was like no trucks. It was no truck with a trailer over 30 foot. So that tells me that there's going to be some hard bending roads in there, and my long truck and a 53-foot trailer, definitely not. And so I kept trying to get a hold of the people, couldn't get a hold of the people that, find out which way I needed to go to get in. So I took another route, wasted another, 20 miles to loop around and come right back to the same road. And so my frustration level was very high. Like I said, the other couple of days I had problems, with addresses and finding a location as well. And just eating up, spending an extra hour and a half trying to find a location. And as a truck driver, that gets very, very frustrating and very, well, it just outright just make you mad, and everything. So I had the issue last night, and I was getting with the agent. We was both trying to get a hold of somebody at the plant to find out, and I was finally like, look, I'm gonna try this one other thing. If it doesn't work, take me off this. I'm not running it. I'll find me something else to go do. And so anyway, but it worked out. I finally found a place, and I got picked up my load and everything. But I was mad. I mean, it done took my joy away. My joy was gone and everything. And I dealt with it. I got there, I got loaded, and then I took a moment to just get past the negativity and to focus back on the positive. And I did the same thing this morning. In my prayer time, I made an effort to be positive about the situation. Did I kind of lose my cool? Yes, and everything at the time. But I also turned that back around, and this morning I gave thanks because, the fact is I was able to find the location. I was able to get the load. I was able to get on the road. So was it a headache? Was it a pain? Yes, it was. Did it take my joy away for a while? Yes, it did. But you can't just focus on the negativity of the situation. It would have been just as easy for me to just continue to focus on being delayed an hour and a half because of the address screw up and not being able to get to the location on time. And I could just let that blow up and ruin yesterday, all of yesterday, ruin today. This thing can drag on. It can ruin a whole weekend just because I'm pouting about losing a couple hours of my time. And the same thing, I use that as an example because that's the example that I have is fresh. It happened over the last 3 days. I've had those type of events over the last 3 days and everything. So, but somebody could be, you can go to a doctor and find out that you have an illness. My father has had a couple of heart attacks. He's had open heart surgery and all that. Could he be negative about, God, could him and me as a son, can we be negative and be like, God, why is this happening to him? Why? And be all negative about it. Or we could be thankful that he was able, that the doctors were able to, his body was able to recognize what was going on, and then the doctors were able to recognize what was going on, and that the doctors had the ability to correct what was going on. So could you be negative through the thing, or can you be positive through the thing? The positivity is that we were able to find out what was going on, the doctors were able to fix it, and he's still waking up every day and experiencing life and enjoying life with my mom. So and God's given him, even though he's went through those things, God's given him enough health that he's still active. He still plays golf, he still fishes, he still does stuff in the yard. So do you focus on negative or do you focus on the positive part? I've got a good loved one that, around Christmas time got laid off from his job. He'd been with them. He'd been with them for years. He's a hard worker. He does what he's asked to do. And a little before Christmas time, he gets laid off. Well, he's got some young kids and everything and a family, and and he really got down. He got down on the situation because on top of laying him off, they were projecting negativity out, to the other workforce in regards to him. That wasn't true. And I spoke with him, and we talked about the things that were going on, and I did a lot of listening to him talk, and from what his conversation was, he wasn't happy there anyway. He was just still dealing with it to provide for his family. So there were things going on at that job that he wasn't happy with, and he wasn't happy being there. But he was continuing to go through it each and every day to provide for his family. And that's what a man does, that's what a husband does, that's what a father does. We do things sometimes that we aren't wanting to do, but we do it so we can provide. And he was doing that. And then, he lost his job and everything. And I talked to him after listening to him. And then I prayed with him. And I told him, I said, God is just helping you to move forward. I said, don't look at it as you lost your job and you're without right now. I said, are you down right now? Yes. I said, is it a struggle for you right now? Yes. I said, but God has just gave you a nudge and said, hey, Daniel, it's time for you to move forward. I've got better things for you, and you need to get out from here and everything. And so God, and I told him to look at different things in a positive situation. There was other things that he was doing, and there was other people helping him to move forward in a new direction. He's still in the same field and everything, but to move forward in a direction of finding a better company. And we prayed about it, we talked about it, and it changed his attitude and everything. And he got a new, then he started having people call him, inquiring about, coming to work for him. And he finally made a decision and chose the company. And now he's with them, he's doing better and everything, he's happier. And it promoted him. He's actually in more of a supervisor role than what he was in. So, it's like I told him, just because God closes the door, you have to understand that he's going to open up another door. He just has a different direction for your life to go. And so don't focus on the negative part of the door closing. Just give thanks to him. Say, God, I know that you closed this door and you closed this chapter of my life, but I believe that you got something better for me, and you're going to open up new doors in a new direction. And he will. I've seen it. I've seen it. So the thing is to focus on the positivity, and don't let and I want to point this out because it's in me. I've been a sinner. I can throw out some, I'm a trucker. I can throw out some terminology that probably make the devil blush, and everything. If I get really riled up and everything, and that's and it's sad. I feel bad for me when it happens, because I know it's not the person that I'm trying to be, and it's not the direction I'm trying to take. But it's the seed that's in me. It's the seed that has grown in me for, I'm gonna take off the first so many years of my life where I wasn't a heathen. But 30 plus years, that's the seed that's been growing in me. So when things happen, quickly
there is currently light traffic on your route
that aren't in the direction that you want them to go, or is just makes your day go bad. It's so easy to just boom and just naturally go to that. Just naturally just start cussing at them or whatever, just blowing up. I mean, it's easy for me to blow up. So I really have to focus and I really have to work. When things start going in a negative direction, I've really got to stop, take a moment, find something positive about the situation to bring back down that old seed that's in my body where I want to blow up and just explode. And I know that I want to bring that out because I know that there's other people out there that are like that. And if you're like me, if you let that happen and you let that explosion happen, you feel like crap. Because it's not the type of person that you're trying to be. You're trying to move away from that. But what I want you to understand is it's okay if it happens. You just have to recognize it. Just take a step back, find your positivity, go back to God, say, God, help me to understand this. Help me to find something positive about this. Help me to let this go. Whatever it is that's made you mad, whatever it is that's made you blow up, ask God, give you the strength to let it go. Just to let it go. Because it's not going to affect, if somebody cuts you off, if somebody has done something to you that has offended you, if you hold on to it, the only person that is affecting is you. That person that's pissed you off, or that event that's pissed you off, it's not affecting them. They're going to go on with their life just like nothing has ever happened, because it hasn't happened to them. They're not the ones pissed off, okay? So it's not affecting their life. It's only affecting your life. It's only affecting your life because you're allowing it to affect your life instead of letting it go. So just say a short prayer, turn it over to God, say, God, I know that you can handle this. If there's something that needs, if there's some payback or something that needs to happen, God will fight your battles. Karma catches up with you sometimes and everything. So if people do you wrong, it'll come back to them. At some point, it's going to come back to them. If it doesn't come back to them in their lifetime when they pass away, then they're going to be held accountable when they go up to meet God. At some point, they're going to be held accountable. So just let it go and let God handle it and everything. But keep your positivity. Have a positive outlook on everything in your life. Even in your difficult times, if you're laid off, if you're sick, if everything is just going wrong, if your finances are out of whack, turn it over to God. Give your finances to God. Say, God, I can't do it. I did that. I've done that. Dana and I have struggled with finances. I've made good money my whole adult life, but we have struggled with finances our whole adult life. So I've given it over to God. I've said, God, I've given my business over to God. I've given my finances over to God. I said, I can't do it. I'm an educated guy. I can handle money, but for some reason, I can't make this thing work out where I come out to a good positive point and everything. It's just paycheck to
There
paycheck
is currently
paycheck to
light
paycheck.
traffic on your route.
And so I've given it to God. I said, hey, help me. Help me to understand why I'm doing wrong. Help me to correct my actions. I'm giving this to you. My business I'm giving it to you. You guide me. I'm just a truck driver. I'm gonna book the loads. I'm gonna run the loads. You just put the loads out there in front of me that you want me to run and everything. You take control of my business and my life, and I'll just follow. I'll follow your direction. But you have to do that. You just have to turn things over to God, because He's not going to fail us. It's just like if my kids came to me, I'm going to do whatever I can to help them. And I feel that same way, with God. I'm going to turn it all over to Him, and I truly believe He's going to help me. But I know that this is going to look probably a little longer than I expected it to, but I really felt the need to communicate just reflecting on positive events in your life. When something happens that's negative, don't sit there and focus on it. Don't dwell on it, because it's just going to extend the negativity. The mind is a very powerful tool in our body. Our mind can heal our body. If you're sick, if you continuously believe and you continuously speak that you're going to be healed, that this is just a temporary setback in your health, that God's going to heal you, your body's going to heal itself, when you continue to speak those words, not all the time, but a majority of the time, your mind will correct your body. It will send out the sensors and the direction that your body needs to have to heal itself. But it comes from a positive mindset. If you continuously sit there and you think negative thoughts about your health, and you continue to just dwell on, why is this happening to me? I'm never going to get past this. This is always going to affect my life. Then you know what? It's always going to affect your life. Do not speak negative. Do not speak negative thoughts. You might have a negative thought come into your mind, but never ever project that negativity out of your mouth. Because once in your mind is one thing, out of your mouth makes it tangible. I know it's just words, but it's still, if you speak it, you have just breathed life into that negativity. Okay? As long as it's in your mind, you can control it, you can get past it, you can ask God for help, and then you can find something positive. Then speak the positive part. Never ever speak and give life to negativity. And I'm trying to communicate that to some of my family. Some of my family focuses a lot on negative and lets negativity breed in their life. And it breeds in their life because they speak the negativity. I'm like, if you just hold that negativity in and then get past it with God's help, then it's dead and it's gone. But once you start speaking those words and you start talking about the negativity and you start giving life to the negative thoughts, it's out there. It's living there. It's living amongst you. And so never speak negativity into your life, because that's not what you want in your life. So don't speak it into your life. Let it sit in your mind. Think about some positive thoughts. Find something positive and then speak about the positivity. And then you'll have a much more of a blessed life. Look for the blessings from God. Seek the blessings from God. Ask for the blessings from God. And you'll receive in everything. I'm not asking God for anything negative in my life. So why would you ever speak anything negative into your life? So always try to find and focus on the positivity. So I hope this helps some people out there. I know it's helping me and everything, and I just wanted to share it. But just remember, I always say it, and I always close with it, that God loves you and I love you. And I hope that everybody has a blessed and prosperous day. And enjoy your weekend. And enjoy the Super Bowl. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you.